What's up, Gemini, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. All right, guys, so we're gonna jump right into this. Let's see what's going on for you guys in the month of September. So this is going to be a past, present, and future look, and this is going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Gemini signs. And keep in mind, guys, this is always, or it can be rather, transferable energy. So it could be something that is happening to you. It could be something that's happening to a person around you. So keep your mind open when it comes to that. And I know I've been saying this, guys, but I don't offer personal readings anymore. I do still offer questions. So if you need anything answered, you guys can look through the description below, and all of my information is there to get a hold of me, my social media, all that good stuff. So let's get into things. What is happening with my Geminis? September 2019. Alright, so we have past, present, and future. All right, so the energy that we have here, guys, is the Six of Swords in the reverse. So with this energy, someone is having a hard time letting go of something. It could be something that you're eagerly clinging to. Maybe something is clinging to you. And you have the Seven of Cups in the reverse and the Eight of Wands in the reverse. So there's something that's difficult for you guys to move away from, or maybe, again, someone's having a hard time moving away from you. But there's something that's, that's realized. There's something that's kind of like put on the table where a person is saying, yeah, this is not going to work. I have to remove myself. With the Eight of Wands in the reverse, this is when a situation's not being reciprocated anymore, when a person's literally not talking to you anymore, or something is just being cut off in some way, shape, or form. All right, so let's see what's going on. The first card for your past, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So there could have been a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn that was very significant for you in your past. This could also be just someone who is kind of like a business person, someone who's very well off, someone who's very humble, someone who's very hardworking. So let's see why this Queen of Pentacles is here. We have the Queen of Swords in the reverse and the Seven of Wands in the reverse. So yeah, this could have had to do with a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or just maybe something that had to do with financiers, or just, some sort of figure or some sort of person where something just became too tumultuous, and I feel like someone made a situation worse than what it had to be. Like somebody was just very, very defensive in a harsh way, and had to turn their back on something in order to expand. And again, with the Page of Swords in the reverse and the Queen of Swords in the reverse, I feel like somebody was very just pissed off, reckless, speaking their mind, saying the craziest shit, and not thinking about it. So not saying it to you guys, but it is sword energy. But in all fairness, in order to show a scenario like that, the sword suits are the best ones to, have come out. But again, this could be your energy, okay? Because it does have that sword energy here. But whoever this is just upset. And, there's just something that they really feel they can't move forward with anymore. The next card that you guys have for the past is the Five of Cups. Okay, so that's a card about loss, that's a card about sadness, but most of the time it's somebody who's only looking at the things that they've lost as opposed to the things that they still have going for themselves. You have the Six of Cups. Let's pull one more card. And we have the Knight of Wands. So for some of you, this could have been something that had to do with a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, or something that you were just very passionate about, or a person who's just very passionate. But there's some sort of loss that you're feeling in regards to something from your past. Either this is something where you were losing money, or you or someone around you just wasn't genuinely invested anymore. So there's a sense of dishonesty, whether it's, people being honest towards one another, or us being dishonest to ourselves, okay? The last card that you have for your past is the Eight of Pentacles, which is a card about working, just putting a lot of effort into something. We have the King of Wands in the reverse. And you have the Page of Swords in the reverse. So maybe it was a situation where someone cheated and you're still trying to work through it, and people just have a harsh exchange of words here. But there's just a heavy energy here. And I feel like someone is trying to work through this, but I feel like happiness comes with letting this go. And there's a strong sense of knowing when it comes to that. With the High Priestess, it's like you know in your soul that this needs to happen. But again, if this is what happened for you guys and you haven't hit that level of happiness yet, I do see that as something that really does come in. So let's look at the present moment. The first card that we have is the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. So this could be something where a person is losing money, where they're overspending money or just spending a lot of money. This could be feeling the loss of abundance, you know, even if that's just an emotional thing. We have the Seven of Swords, which is a card about secrets, keeping something on the low. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. So things are moving in a good way by you losing faith in something, or maybe something losing faith in you. So something doesn't go as planned. Something that could be very difficult for you guys to release, to be honest. But it shows that everything's aligning for you. So you really need to pay attention to that. And I just did the Sagittarius reading just now, and it's crazy because the daily energy I had on my Instagram, it's High Vibrations Tarot, but for today's September 11th, the daily energy spoke about knowing in your soul what path you have to take, and just having to come to terms that there's certain things in your life that you're not going to be able to control. So you have to keep moving forward in whichever way that you can, because the things that are meant to work out for you, they will. You know, so I really feel like the readings I'm doing today are going along with that theme, so that's awesome. Now, at the center of your reading, guys, what everything taps into is the Sun card. So this is all bringing in blessings into your life. There's something that you're being parted away from it, and it's going to benefit you. All right, you have the Four of Cups in the reverse. And you have the Justice card. Guys, the universe is really aligning in a good way. It does show that you were dealing with something karmic, but once this rejection happens or something's let go of, there is some sort of offer that comes in. Okay, maybe you're making the offer. If that's the case, it's accepted. If some sort of offer comes in for you, I do see you guys accepting that, and I do see that being a good thing. But it's going to not so much imply, but you're gonna have to let something go. Pretty much, you have to let something go in order to have whatever this is. All right, why is this Empress card in the reverse? We have the Knight of Swords. And we have the Five of Wands here. Okay, so you guys are conflicted by this. You know, there could be pettiness here, there could be arguing, there could be just a sense of tension, but you're getting through it, and you have the mind to get through it, and you have the setup, just intellectually to get through this. But just know you guys are removing yourself from something toxic. With the Ace of Swords, yes, this talks about, a new beginning, but specifically having to have cut out some sort of bullshit before this new beginning. Eight of Cups, what are you walking away from? Okay. All right, so these we'll leave there. Now, the first card that you guys have for your future, Two of Swords in the reverse, making a very stern decision about something. So let's see what this is. King of Swords in the reverse, and the Ten of Swords in the reverse. I'm going to be very honest with you, Gemini, that in most cases, this is my least favorite card, because it can show someone who's very narcissistic, someone who's very abusive, someone who's just malicious. In this case, it takes on, that 5% definition, because I always say it's like a 95 and 5% of what it can mean. In this case, this is you guys actually being fiercely protective over yourselves. So you're going to be put in a place where you protect yourself in such an extreme way that people might look at you like you're an asshole, but they don't realize that something got you to this point. It's not like you just woke up and started yelling and saying, no, I have to do what's best for me. This is most likely a person that's been pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed, and finally, they're pushing back. So I see a fierce protection, but I see you going towards something that you're very passionate about, and knowing that there was something that had to be rejected here. So there's just something that I feel would have drained your energy if you had kept forward with it. So don't be afraid to be very stern about the direction that you have to take, and making sure that you're taking care of yourself first in this case, because this is a person who's going to think about themselves first. But with all these cards around it, it's somebody that it's like it's about to end time that you're thinking about yourself. Okay, so the Ace of Pentacles, your next card. So there's something new that comes in after this, where it's not going to be something that's built overnight, but it's something that's strategized, it's something that's planned out, it's something that you thoroughly look through. So the foundation for it is so solid that it really has a good chance of having that longevity in your life, of having that long-term stability in your life, whether it be, a new job, a new hobby you're going towards, maybe you're changing careers, maybe you're getting in a new relationship. All right, we have the Judgment card. because of all the choices that you made, you got yourself to this place. And the Judgment card, it's a much bigger thing than, you know, something is good judgment or something is bad judgment. When this card comes up, think of like Judgment Day, okay? Bible wise, it's going to be a fucking serious ass day. It's going to be, you know, concept wise, are you going to heaven or are you going to hell? Were you good or were you bad? I don't like the example because I'm not huge on religion, but it's that sort of thing where it's just like, this decision is a very important one. So it's not just you making little choices, like big decisions have to be made. You have the Nine of Wands in the reverse. So whatever was too tumultuous, whatever was too heavy, whatever was too burdening, with you letting that go and making the decision to let it go, that's why this new thing comes in, okay? So some sort of fallout needs to happen. You have the Page of Cups in the reverse as the last card for your future. So this could be when someone is speaking in a way where you can't really trust what they're saying, okay? Or it could be someone that honestly just removes themselves from a situation. You stop talking to someone, they stop talking to you, or some sort of offer just doesn't go through. We have the Death card and the Three of Pentacles. So whatever wasn't genuine, that's what's changing. And the Three of Pentacles, this talks about building. This talks about expansion. So you guys are in a very solid and good place here. So you just have to really, you know, just stand your ground rather. If there's any sort of promiscuity and some sort of love situation, I see you guys falling away from that. Okay. So Gemini, let's get you guys some cards of advice. What cards of advice can I give Gemini for September? Alright guys, so let's see what shows up here. Alright, so we have the Empress card. Okay. Sorry for the lighting, guys. One of my lamps literally just died before me doing this video. We have the Page of Wands in the reverse. And we have the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. So again, something that wasn't genuine, something that's ending, and that you guys are having to just put in the past. And for a lot of you, I don't feel like it's something that's just easily let go of. I feel like there's just a lot of shit talking that goes into this. If it's not just you falling out of it, you know, completely, or someone moving away from you completely, then yeah, I do see a lot of shit talking. But you're letting something go and a new beginning is available to you. Okay, and this was supposed to happen. Whatever you removed yourself from, now you're on the path to your higher self. Okay. All right, so let's pull some clarifiers here. Why is this Empress card here? We got the Nine of Swords. Why is this Page of Wands in the reverse here? King of Pentacles. So for some of you, this has to do with a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Maybe something that has to do with finances. Something that you're really in your head about whatever this is. Okay, it's something that crosses your mind often. There could be a sense of over worry with this. And you have the Seven of Cups. So you're dropping an illusion. Okay. Yes, you're in a place where you're worried about, you know, what is this new beginning going to look like? What is my new life, you know, after this going to look like? Sorry about that, guys. But you're really in a place where you don't have to hesitate, okay? Because there's going to be this sense of hesitation for this new journey that you're finally on the path on. But I feel like there's a huge sense of worry over what didn't work out. But just know, you know, the path where there's going to be least resistance, that's the path you guys need to take here. So I see you guys doing exceptionally well, okay? You really just have to stick to this, guys. So when I was doing Sagittarius's reading, I had a few fortune telling decks in front of me, so I chose to do it for them. I'm gonna pull some cards for you guys, just because it's a different. With fortune telling cards, it's not tarot at all, but it adds a lot of extra details, I want to say. So let's get this one out. So the first deck I'm going to use is this, if you guys are interested. And then I'm going to use this deck as well, Mystical Keeper. So I am not 100% fluent in these, guys, so we'll be learning together. If anything comes up that I don't know off the top of my head, I'll look it up real quick. But yeah, let's see what this adds in regards to depth for this advice for you guys. Sagittarius got one of these cards too. So with the way that these cards kind of work, is there's kind of like a positive and negative to the situation. So it's looking at both aspects. Okay, so this on like the shadow side of it would be indecision. So you're indecisive about something. And then it says because you're grieving something. Okay, so again, that hesitancy. You know, is this going to work out? If I move forward, will I be okay? On the plus side, you have this new beginning, okay? And this would be the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Cups here. So this is something that you're going to be very excited and passionate about. And on the flip side, you just have obstacles that you have to get through it. But you have I see every avenue open for you in terms of this new beginning. You guys just have to stand your ground with what you're letting go of. So whatever was causing you some sort of illness, whatever was breaking your heart, whatever was putting you in a tough spot, you are recuperating from that, okay? And with the Four of, what is this? Is this the Four of Clubs or Four of Hearts? This would be, I'm trying to think about what this would be in regards to like a tarot deck. So this in a tarot deck would be really just being in a place where you're building on solid foundation. You're putting yourself in a place where you're gonna have that solid foundation that you're coming from. Okay. I actually learned how to read tarot with regular playing cards, so I'm like trying to put the two knowledges together now, and it's pretty neat. So I like this deck, and it kind of like incorporates the two. But the last card that you guys have here is that on the negative side, you're delaying something. You have every ability to repair, you know, the damage that's been done, but you're delaying that. So that's the only negative part. All right, go towards whatever it is that you need. You know, make that risk. And I don't even see it as a risk. I see this as a very safe move for you guys. Okay, I'm gonna pull 3 more cards. This is from the Mystical Kipper fortune telling deck. We have false person. We don't have to look that up, okay? That's very self-explanatory. Rich girl, okay? And we have sad news, okay? Now, lucky us, I do remember what all of these mean. This is my first time using this in like a few months. But look at your energy here. Gaining a lot of money. So for some of you, that could be literal. You're coming across a lot of money. But this is just a card of abundance. This is a card of happiness. This is feeling like you've won the jackpot in some area in your life. That's what you have coming in. All right. Now, with the sad news card, again, this is going to be in reference to whatever you could be sad leaving or whatever grievances you had to go through, you know, before getting to this new chapter. But the very good thing about this card is that it says in the booklet that this is something that is very short-lived. It's not something where you're grieving for years and years. This is something that it's like, I'm gonna cry about it, but you're up and at it a week later, 2 weeks later. You know, it's not meant to be a long-term thing. Now with Rich Girl, in this deck, it would say that this could have to do primarily with some sort of female in your life, but rich, it doesn't necessarily have to be in a monetary way. Just someone who's about to acquire something, whether it's heavy knowledge, whether it's something that, you know, could be financial, but this is someone who's about to acquire a lot. So it really just shows that something really, really good is coming in. But the false person, that could be the sad news. Okay, so there's just something that wasn't what you thought it was, but this is how you come out of it. So it's like leaving an ex behind, and then you fucking win the lottery the next day. You know, so for someone, hey, if that happens, guys, and I read this and I said it was gonna happen, you can send a donation, okay? But for real, guys, there's something very good coming in. I see it as a solid thing. I don't want you guys to think with lack mentality. I don't want you guys to think about your losses. I want you guys to think about, now that this has cleared up in my life, what can I do now? You can go anywhere you want. You can do anything you want to do. All right. So just get on your feet. Nothing is telling you you have to stay in your hometown. Nothing is telling you you have to stay at your job. Nothing is telling you you have to stay with the person you don't love or someone who's not good for you. Nothing is telling you that you are, forced to take on certain things in life. There's a lot that we have power over. So just keep that in mind. If it's something that you truly have power over it and you're still involved in it, then you have to take some sort of responsibility for that, okay? And just remove it from your life so you can have this great thing that comes in. All right, so Gemini, I love this reading. This was an excellent reading. So anything you guys need, reach out to me. I'll leave all my information below, my social media, how to get a question, all of that. And I will be back with your September mid-month readings. All right, take care, Gemini. I love you guys.